Hey guys, today we're going to be counting down my top 5 list of the best drop location in the new snowy biome. Now keep in mind this video was filmed a couple of days ago, actually a bit more than that. This was filmed when the snowy biome came out, so if there's any errors or things that you think should be changed, definitely let me know in the comments below. And without further ado, we will just get into the first part of this video. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoy. So the first one is going to be the Arctic shelters. Now the Arctic shelters are pretty cool. They have a couple of things in them. They usually contain one ammo box, one chest, and some floor loot depending on what your luck is. But yeah, this is what they look like from the inside. Nothing too special. And this is just one of the variants of it. There's also different variants of this. That's the most common one over there. I just went to this one. And there's a couple of cool things about these shelters. They're scattered across the entire snow biome, and they're very easy to get to because of these zip lines that are located on almost every single one. I haven't seen one yet with that one, and that just makes it very easy to go to different parts. Like you can go to the Viking village, you can go down, and if you look at that one, there's also a zip line going down to there. So yeah, it's just very useful, and I definitely recommend you going to them. And yeah, without further ado, we will get into number 2 on our list. So next up on our list has to be the islands, and in particular this island, but well, this is the essential one because this one is stranded from the rest of the mainland. This one contains all the loot though. So what this has is basically an airplane, which is very useful, and also a zip line. So this zip line basically goes to a few chests over there, not anything special. This zip line actually reaches mainland, and this one there's some houses up there they can go to, not too far away. And yeah, so it's basically never looted, and I definitely recommend you going here because there is actually a lot of cool loot. Even though it might not look like it, it actually is a great loot dropping spot. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take this plane. I'll show you a few pointers on this before I actually get there. So if you want to go fast, do fast turns, like to shoot something, you do C or Z, and that makes you go faster, whatever your button is on your screen. So we're just going to land this, and if you don't know how to do it, we do L shift for the generic version. Of course, that's me. And yeah, I'm just going to land here, and it's worth pointing out this is the only way of getting. Okay, that landing did not work. This is the only way of getting to, okay, I think I'm falling. Okay, this is scary. Okay, that was scary, okay. I was gonna have to restart the video. Okay, this is the only way of getting to the actual, island here. And, it actually has really good loot. There's sometimes ammo boxes, a lot of time a chest. There's also a chest over here, right there, yep. There's trees everywhere, and there's also sometimes, not very common, but there's sometimes chest spawns there. So this is like the best loadout you basically can get other than the ammo box I mentioned. But yeah, so I definitely recommend you going here because, first of all, like, I know might not be considered like the most manliest drop or whatever, but still, like, it's an amazing drop location, and you get an airplane, and you don't have to go through the hassle of frosty flights, which can be annoying sometimes. So yeah, well, without further ado, we will get into number 3 on our list, and yeah. Okay, so here we go into number 4, or no, it's number 3. Sorry, guys. And that is the houses. Now there's so many houses scattered across the snow biome, it's really hard to count. So there's so many possible places for you to drop, and they all have amazing loot, or as far as my knowledge goes, that they are all pretty good in terms of loot. and it just because there's like so many of them, and also they're so big. And the good thing is they're like hardly ever looted, so it's definitely something that you should be landing at. And I'm pretty sure there's some airplanes that spawn near here, which is just another bonus. Yeah, I'm done with showing you the loot of this house, because there's tons. And yeah, so you can just see the amount of houses scattered across this map. Like in my view, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. But in particular, I'll show you one house that is beyond the rest. Okay, beyond the rest. You should go to this one house, and it's just amazing. So I'll cut to that right now. Okay, so this is a continue of number 3, but it is just a different version of it. So what it is basically the house that was featured in the trailer. Now this house is amazing for loot. It has 3 chests, yes, 3 chests in a row beside each other that spawn just here. Like this is, I can't even explain how good this is. Like for you to have 3 chests in a row here, like there's no work here. And there's also a tree here, not as much resources obviously, but it's covered in trees. There's cover for it. Like you can't ask for anything better. Plus this is right beside the other location we set on our list for the first spot. So this just adds to why you should go to this giant mansion, and I definitely recommend you doing it. And yeah, so I think that wraps up number 3, and without further ado, we will go on to number 4. So the number 4 spot on our list goes to Polar Peak. Now, you might not think it's that good, but I'll explain to you why. So right now, it's pretty good on, I thought it was like a teleport or something. That's pretty strange that something's dropping there, but anyway, it's pretty good on loot wise. Like, I don't have to mention that, like everybody knows that. The problem with most players have with it is that it's not huge. Like there's only like 3 structures to it, and it's a name location too, so it's gonna be quite busy, and it's hard to build. There's not too many trees. This is more for future reference, because in the future, I have a theory, and I've backed up by another YouTuber. I think it's going to actually, I think this whole entire Polar Peak is going to start slowly melting, and eventually actually show the entire castle hidden underneath us. Now, to back up my theory, there is a video made by a YouTuber that explains this, and I'll show that clip right now.
Like, why is this even here? Is this what's gonna be like when it melts?
Yep. It's not fully.
Now, as you can see, he showed underneath the map. So he basically showed you guys that there's something coming. And they're not just gonna put something there for no reason, obviously. So there has to be something. And, like, I'm not sure when or how. I haven't seen much improvement, if I look in here. I haven't seen much melting yet, but I definitely know it's coming, so be aware of this location, and definitely put on your drop list. And without further ado, we will get into number 5. So number 5 is actually where Greasy Grove used to be. Yeah, I know, rips in the chat for Greasy Grove. You might find this kind of strange because, like, it's kind of desolate, and it looks like there's basically nothing here. And you're right on that. There's basically nothing here. But it is actually a pretty good loot location, because if you remember, chests spawn in the roof, right? Now, each roof, there's about 5 roofs here, and now no one lands here. So this is a very underrated location, and every single roof contains like maybe 2 chests, like 2 ammo boxes. Like the possibilities are endless for this. There's like 5 roofs here, okay, and there's a truck, there's So much stuff here. Now what gets even better is when you look in here. This is like a kind of hidden location. Look in here. You're inside the freaking ice. Now this is kind of cool. This is some art work by the Fortnite designers. So that you can see the trucks floating there. You can see different stuff. If you open this door, you hear no, it's flooded. I'm not sure why it's not flooded here, but there's tons and tons of different loot. You see 2 chests spawning here. Definitely seen that before. And it's just an amazing spawn location. So I definitely recommend you go in there. And I think that basically wraps up your list. So if you enjoyed this list, then you can leave a thumbs up. And if you did not, or you have any other suggestions, leave that in the comments. Because we are always taking suggestions for future videos. And yeah, so I will be looking in the comments, and yeah, bye guys.